Sorry, I'm having trouble. With the connection today. Let me send out the. Let me send out invites to everybody. All right, it just took me half an hour. I had no internet. I couldn't get any internet connection, so I'm sending the invites right now. Hi, Philip and Wing Doggy. Hello, Elder Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip. And Philip, bonjour, Philip. And Mark Mean and Star Raven and Ryan and Photo and Phil and Eric and Petey and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Red Stapler and N1QOV and Sam and St. Clinton and Namer. Anonymous. Remain. Anonymous remain. Hi, Anonymous remain. And Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Azure Yusuf and the Cram and Marcel. It's got Kimmis and Belnaus. Thank you for checking in. Great to see everyone. I had no connection. It just took me half an hour. I couldn't get on the internet at all. Microsoft did some sort of mandatory updates today where it turned itself off and turned it back on. And ever since then, things have been out of whack. And I had to turn my computer on and off like 5 times and have it reboot and reboot before I could even get on the internet. Because I was here at 5:15 and I went to go live and then everything just crashed and I lost my connection and I couldn't get on the internet. I couldn't even send a tweet. Hi, Lara and Wing Doggy. So, I don't know what that was about, but hello. But I wasn't here yesterday, so I wanted to be here for you guys today. I didn't want to be blowing you off, and I know some of you were sitting here for the last half hour going, what the hell? Where is she? And bonjour, Philippe, comment ça va? Je suis bien. It's a little colder here today. And, hello, hi, Tesis. So I'm only going to be here a short while since I'm already really late and starting really late, but I don't know what was wrong with that. Some sort of internet problem. I don't know, but it was really annoying. I couldn't get signed on. I couldn't get turned off. It crashed. It was really frustrating. So hopefully that's it. Hopefully it's all set and back to normal. So is everyone doing good? Yeah, I had to do that last time, Laura. System restore. I don't even know, like, now they try to trick you with mandatory. Has anyone else noticed that, like, they try to trick you into downloading things like when you're doing like a regular mandatory update from a regular like safe provider like Adobe or something like that, and usually you click through, you're like yes, 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 but now they add little secret things in there like that aren't Adobe. So as you're clicking through and you're thinking you're just clicking on the yes, yes, yes for the Adobe stuff, which is safe, there's some like other like weird thingamajig toolbar and gamey game bar and like There's like they are sneaking in. Yeah, Allura, the Ask toolbar. What the hell is that piece of madness? When I was having computer problems in the beginning of the year, and I spent like 10 hours with Hewlett Packard tech support, it took the guy about 45 minutes to get the Ask thing and all these, they get it off. It wouldn't come off. He removed it and it kept coming back and like it was like some sort of like monster. It was like reattaching itself in other places. Where's this Google Chrome? Hey, so I had no connection. So that was annoying. I couldn't get signed on to the internet at all. And I had signed on. I was like exactly on time. I was actually early. I was like, I clicked open and start at 5:15. And I was like, woohoo, I'm so early. And then it wouldn't open and it crashed. And I yeah, I feel, yeah, you have to custom uncheck the add-ons. Sometimes, but now it's getting so they try to sneak them in, Phil, so that you're not even sure, wait, when you're going through, like, is this an add-on or is this part of what I want? And Microsoft has these updates, and it shows up to like important update, optional update. What the? I don't know what these things are. No, I have no music on. If you're hearing music, Wing Doggy, it is not from me. Someone else must have sound on. Somebody's playing music. Tisa says, I like those leather and lace outfits. I wish you were my girl. Well, Jesus, that company, that Coquette Apparel, actually sent me 2 dresses, and I wore one of them to a red carpet, and I have the other one. I haven't worn it yet. Well, I wore it, but I haven't worn it to an event, and that is in my closet waiting for the next event. But I like thigh highs, and they had these like latex thigh high things, and I was like, oh, look at those. They're like a little naughty and sexy, but I could wear those and get away with it with the right outfit. Like you mix something a little naughty with the rest of your clothes not naughty, and you can like add like one naughty piece in to a regular outfit, so it's not like totally over the top. Oh, Laura says she's found a secret how to remove items from updates. A secret? What's a secret? Hi, Wing Doggy. Wing Doggy says don't click on anything. That just pops up, especially if it tells you to update Flash. Really? I'm always getting the Adobe Flash and Adobe Update. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Yeah, I mean, Adobe's safe, right? Sam says Adobe and Flash are faulty and riddled with bugs. Oh, great! What am I supposed to do? Wing Doggy says don't click on anything that just pops up. But even the Microsoft stuff just pops up. great. Maybe that's why I was having so much trouble. Oh, that sounds fun, Laura. I hope you have a nice dinner. Sam says, "Go Apple." I suppose, yeah. When I get around to buying a new computer, I'll add that to the list of things I have to do when I have money. And I want to put a collective. I'm gonna say a note right now on a personal note. I am putting out a collective and group prayer and healthy, positive vibes and wishes and healing thoughts to I don't talk that much about my personal life, but like you all know, my sweetie, the one that remains unnamed, his parents are in their 90s, and it looks like they're dying. So it might just be a few days. They think they have to put him in hospice. It does not look good. So I want to send a prayer to Sweetie's mom and dad, Mr. and Mrs. Sweetie mom and dad. My phone, hang on. Yes? Yes? Telemarketing. I want to, Jesus says it's sweet. No, it was actually a telemarketer. Talk about timing. It was just a robocall. It was a robocall. Anonymous namer says, men sure love to help a damsel in distress. I am in distress, and I'm an anonymous namer, and no one's helping me. Sam says he was at another viewing. Sam's had way too many people in his life pass. Well, it's hard, when people are in their 90s. It's to be expected, and obviously, and you're lucky when you get to be that old, and your parents are that age. But it's still hard. And there's been a lot of medical issues and ups and downs, and it's been a little draining and frustrating and sad, and there's been some mental decline, some dementia and stuff, which has made it a little more complicated. So I want to send healing prayers of love and peace and light for whatever may come to pass this week. I want to send my love and best wishes, healing prayers to Mom and Dad, Sweetie. And Doggy says all of his old friends are dead. What, you mean your friend, Sam? Linda says she's having trouble because she asked if some of her neighbors here could go to the free dinner, but two couldn't because they've never gone to the church. What the hell? Laura, they're not supposed to exclude you from, the church isn't supposed to exclude you from the free dinner. just because you didn't go to the church? Isn't that why they're there, to feed hungry people? There is a very brave Arnold Abbott, 90-year-old man in Florida, who's been getting arrested for feeding homeless and hungry people. That sounds like that those church people are not being very churchly. You need to take a note from Arnold Abbott. For anyone who doesn't know, is it more than twice, Wing Doggy? I heard he was arrested twice. His name is Arnold Abbott, for anyone who didn't know. That is the 90-year-old minister in Florida, Fort Lauderdale, Florida, who has been feeding the homeless for years. And suddenly a new ordinance recently passed made it illegal to feed people in public, which makes it impossible for churches to feed the homeless. And Mr. Abbott was not going to let any silly city ordinance stop him from feeding hungry people. So twice that I know of, the brave and very frail and old, but very strong-hearted Arnold Abbott, minister in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, was arrested for feeding the homeless. How embarrassing is that for those cops? Hey, I saw you on TV, Joe. Weren't you the guy arresting that 90-year-old man for feeding the homeless? Yeah, I wouldn't want to admit to that. Yes. Yeah, Linda, direct everyone to Mr. Arnold Abbott. I don't know if his church has a website, or I'm going to guess that they might. You could probably look him up. I'm not sure if he's officially a reverend or a minister, one of those. I'm not sure what his official title is, but I know if you look him up, it'll probably have some sort of stuff. But yeah, if you want to look at somebody who's inspiring and somebody who's a hero and making a difference on a very small level but affecting people on a profound level, Arnold Abbott, ready to put his money where his mouth is, put his convictions, lay his convictions on the line and do the right thing, even if it means he's temporarily going to get in trouble. And I saw a picture of him. He looks like he's about 100 pounds. Mr. Abbott, 90 years old, still working hard, but he's very frail looking. Very frail, and he looks very small. And you're like, how could anyone arrest this man? I certainly hope they didn't put handcuffs on him, because he looks like the handcuffs would break his hand off. Oh, somebody needs to mute. Somebody has sound on, Laura says. Oh, Shocker? Oh, Shocker, you're there twice. Maybe it's echoing. And Sam, I'm sorry you've had so many friends pass in such a short time, too. Friends and family members, it seems like that can be very depressing. So and I know you're dealing with your own issues, so. Oh, good. Well, that's nice, Wing Doggy. All right, so anyhow, so I apologize for the delay earlier today. There was some really frustrating technical difficulties. I could not get on the internet. I couldn't even get on to send a tweet to say that I was having trouble getting on. Oh, good. Well, I hope that goes well, Laura. Wing Doggy says, can you eat for 1 month on $50? Well, Wing Doggy, you're certainly not going to be eating anything fancy. At $50, I would recommend you buying some really basic staples like rice, some bags of brown rice, and some eggs, and maybe some vegetables and coffee. Yeah. I don't know if there's a. I don't have a latex dress yet, shocker. But anyhow, so I'm just about to sign off. Tomorrow will be Stupid Question Day, and hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to get on. No technical difficulties. The connection will be working. Everything will be working. But I want to thank you guys for sticking with it and showing up after it took me a half hour to get onto the internet. And thank you for everybody's best wishes and prayers. Prayers to my sweeties and mom and dad dealing with this challenging end of life. Last days, the end is drawing near. You can see it happening, and it's hard. And special shout out to Arnold Abbott, this month's Hero of the Month. Hero of the Month, man of inspiration, the man who's walking the walk and talking the talk, putting his money where his mouth is, as far as being a good person, a good human, a good Christian, Arnold Abbott. So, all right, let me say goodbye to everybody. Allura Star. Allura Star and Shocker and Sturgis Guy and Tesis and House of Dave and Sam and St. Clinton and Eric and Petey and Tim and Ryan and Photo and Philip and Mark Mean and Star Raven and Fairies Lover and Lucky Girl and Angie Jonas and Azure Yusuf and LaCram and Marcel and Jim Dandy and Sturgis Guy and Scott Kimmis and Joe Barney and Bill Nouse and N1QOV and Sturgis Guy and Jim Dandy and Tesis and Sam and St. Clinter and Anonymous Remain and Philip. Thank you for checking in. Great to see you. Let me make sure I said goodbye to everybody. Oh, and you're right, Wing Doggy, I really need to get my website updated. It's really out of date, isn't it? All right. Thanks, guys. You guys are awesome. Kisses for everybody. I love you. I love you. Bye, Sue. I'm signing off. Sue in Japan, traveling, sending our love and wishes and condolences and best feelings to Sue and her family, and going to Japan for a family funeral for Sue's uncle. Best wishes to Sue and her family, and happy trails to Sue's uncle. It sounds like he was missed and very well loved. If you're willing to fly all the way to Japan for the funeral, he must have been a pretty good guy. So I will be here tomorrow. Thank you, Philip. I will be here tomorrow at 5:15 for Stupid Question Day. Hopefully, no technical problems tomorrow. Sue, I'm glad you could check in. I love you, honey. Bye. I love you. And shout out to Sue's uncle. Goodbye. You are missed. Goodbye, and best wishes into your afterlife. And shout out to Hero of the Month, Arnold Abbott in Florida. I love you. Bye, Sue. Bye, Sue's mom and aunts and uncles. And my sweetie.